Hi everyone, this is Casey with Foundation Testing and Consulting. I just recently did a video describing what you need to do to prepare for a cross-ultrasonic log test for your drill shaft. One of the key recommendations I made is to stick with normal Schedule 40 steel access tubes for your drill shaft testing. Of course, you want to use non-coated pipes. I recommended against the use of these snap-together thin-walled steel pipes. It's just I haven't had good experience with that at all. In fact, the purpose of this video is really to show you exactly what happened. This is on a job from 3 days ago, and I'll show you what we got here. Okay, so we had two shafts that we tested, only 3 tube shafts, and you can see we have this zone of signal feigning at a depth of 2.5 feet from the top of the shaft. And we had it in all combinations. And the same thing for the other shaft, 2.5 feet down, bit of signal feigning, and it would technically classify as a questionable zone of concrete for the recommended CSL rating criteria, where we have a reduction in energy qualitatively, and we have a reduction in the apparent sonic velocity of over 10%. In this case, it was between 10 and 15%. Well, one of the things I noticed right off the bat, it's very unusual to have an anomaly at the exact same spot in 2 different shafts. Now that suggests a systematic issue. It could still be a real concrete issue, but it turns out that they use the snap together, push together, thin-walled CSL pipe. In fact, with the same client, we had a job 2 years ago where they used this pipe, and we had the same issue at the uppermost joint. So I got to talking to them, realized they had used this thin-wall pipe, and I asked them to map out their as-installed location. So this pipe came in 20-foot sections. So their first splice was at a zone that corresponded to 2.5 feet down from the top of concrete. So that's exactly what we're seeing here. So what happens is they fill the access tubes up, the concrete's still fresh, the cement paste washes out around the joint and creates this anomaly, or an apparent anomaly, when in fact it's just a reflection of the material not bonding well right next to the tube where that joint is. It's not a reflection of what's going on with the drill shaft. So in this particular case, had they not used this pipe, they wouldn't have had this issue, and I would have been able to tell them, within an hour of us doing the test, when I reviewed the data, that they were good to go, and this particular owner would let them cut off the tubes, fill them with grout, and go on with their column construction. As it was, the confirmation of where these joints were and just the whole discussion about it delayed their construction by a full day. And that can really add up. And I've had jobs where they use this pipe and they were very close to being required to core to show that there was no issue with the shaft. So this is a textbook case of why I recommend strictly sticking with normal Schedule 40 steel access pipes for your drilled shaft testing. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section. Thanks for watching. Please hit those like, subscribe, and notification bells, and please stay tuned for future videos.